Hi everybody, this is Reverend Lynn Rubier Capron.
And Reverend Mike Capron.
And we're from Frustrated Land about technology.
Yes.
Our usual process of creating a live feed just doesn't work anymore. I don't know what's going on with the platform that we use.
Why do technology companies keep changing these things? I don't know why they can't just leave it alone, you know?
I know. Yeah, really. I understand.
Yeah. And why is it when I hold up my sign about this being a rant, does it come out in reverse?
I don't know.
Yeah. Plus, you know, my real rant, because that's our subject for today, is like, why are people needing to blame somebody for the COVID-19 thing?
I know.
You know, so like, there's this person I know, and she posted this plandemic weird conspiracy thing last week, and I tried to set her straight, and she defriended me on Facebook.
I know, and isn't it interesting how all of this stuff just happens like this in the middle of a crisis?
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on. So this is our humorous attempt to demonstrate that, you know, everybody's ranting right now. And I think it's because we have lack of control, and we have real fear, and we have real frustrations, and we're all at the end of our ropes. The problem with a rant, of course, is that if somebody starts ranting and you don't agree with what they're saying, the question is, what do I do with that rant? Because if you start asserting your own views, well, the person ranting, they're not in an emotional space where they want to have an intellectual exchange about the content of their rant. That's not the purpose of a rant, is to have an intellectual...
Well, it should be.
Right? The purpose of a rant is to vent steam or to let off some emotional energy. So what do you do with people when they're feeling emotional? Well, Scripture says, grieve with those who grieve, rejoice with those who rejoice. And what do you do when people are ranting? Well, I don't think you get into the same emotional space that they're in. And if their rant feels harsh and attacking to you, then reacting by defending yourself or defending your views is not a good way of handling it. So what can you do instead? You can get curious. You can get scientific almost. You can say, I wonder what's going on here with this person. Or I wonder if I can learn something about their views. Because in the middle of their rant, there's always going to be some real stuff. You know, a couple days ago, somebody was ranting with me about politics. That person's political views were not the same as mine. And I'd say about 65% of what that person was saying was stuff that I don't agree with. But there were some pointers in there that I did agree with, and I had to come away and say, maybe I need to fold that into my own thinking. But I didn't say that at the time because that person was ranting. So what I did instead was I just, you know, and I sort of heard the panic and the frustration behind that person's rant, and my heart went out to that.
So sometimes, yeah, I mean, sometimes that's the best you can do, is to be kind of neutral. But because the tendency is to kind of either back off and go, whoa, or to get mad, or to try and set them straight.
Or to rant with them.
I probably did a little of that last week.
Yeah.
But what would be ideal is if you can lean into that relationship.
Yes.
If you can find out the feelings that are behind what they're saying, and maybe learn more about them as a person, have a sense of connection with them.
Yeah.
And probably only then will any facts you bring to the situation really be that helpful.
And probably in a follow-up conversation.
Probably later, yeah.
Yeah, not during the rant. So we all know this by instinct, right? But sometimes it's good to say it. I think tomorrow there's going to be a little follow-up on ranting because it's a big topic. And we'll talk about what to do with our own rants. You know, it's one thing but I don't know about you, but I've got rants going through my head right now, and most of them I can't say out loud. So what do you do with them? Because they tend to spin out and just get bigger. So stay tuned for that. And maybe in the meantime, if anybody knows how I can do live streams from my computer, then, you know, don't rant, but let me know.
How come I had to be the one to do the ranting examples? Bye.
Bye.